Hey everyone, came across this on YouTube. It's called How the Right is Rising Across Britain. It's a bit of a political one, so fasten your seatbelts. I think this one's gonna piss me off a lot, so let's get started.
Let's take our country back!
There is a magma chamber of anger sat underneath British society right now.
Britain's been shifting to the right. I've spent the past few months trying to understand what's happening in this country.
These hit pieces just really are so pathetic. The mainstream media is really so pathetic. They put this ominous music in the background. Dun 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 dun. Oh, the villainous right are rising up for their country, and they're gonna take it over, and they're so violent and racist and full of white supremacists, and it's really so pathetic. The pretentious, patronizing angle that they come at the general population with, oh, this is just outrageous, this is unbelievable, how could these people do this, how could they be so racist and violent, we don't understand what's going on. Really, you don't understand what's going on? The ignorance of some people. I mean, the amount of raping and murdering that's going on from these trespassers, these people who have been allowed into Britain and into the UK, who are undocumented criminals from foreign countries, who all seem to be of a certain religion, and who all seem to see the white British population as infidels, and have no qualms about abusing young girls and murdering people on the street en masse. And this seems to happen on a daily basis in the UK. And it needs to be said that most people are waking up to what's going on and the two-tier policing, and how these people are given lodgings, they're given food stamps, they're given free money and protection in exchange for votes. All the while the natives in Britain are being basically made victims of violence and of grapes. I have to say grapes because of YouTube, and these horrific murders that have taken place. And I hardly need to mention the ones that have happened, but we had one guy who, I think it was in Ireland if I'm not mistaken, who had his face carved up, and I forgot the poor fellow's name. I hope he's okay, but this guy gouged his eyes out and tried to decapitate him on the street, and there's video footage of this, and the mainstream media are quiet about it. You've got little girls being basically hunted down by these grape gangs and abused, and the government doesn't seem to care, because we don't want to make these illegal immigrants, these foreigners, these scum look bad, because we're an all-inclusive nation, and we need these people to stick around so that they can vote us back into power. I mean, this is just pathetic, and not only that, it's a disgrace, and it is treason. So no wonder why there's people, in the UK that are rising up there. Is there even democracy there? I don't even think there is democracy. The police are corrupt. The two-tier policing that's going on over there. We had Henry Nowak, who was handcuffed while he was bleeding out after being stabbed, I think, 9 times by some maniac, and all these crimes committed against people. Oh, and then, by the way, the police took the murderer's side. They didn't even handcuff the guy. They handcuffed Henry Nowak, though, while he was lying on the ground bleeding out. And I mean, that video, that footage is viral, and the British government's trying to suppress all this stuff. And then you get these hit pieces coming out by CNN, no less, saying, Why has this happened? Why? I can't understand why there's rioting and protests on the street. Well, why do you fucking think that it's happening? But let's continue. I don't know if I'll be able to watch very much of it because it's going to piss me off watching this. Anyway.
Speak to the media here.
Attending far-right protests, including Unite the Kingdom, one of the biggest far-right rallies ever.
Actually, it's not far right. It's just a nationalist protest. It's a protest of patriots who are protesting for the safety of their daughters, their women, and for their communities to be restored. That's actually what's going on. Don't twist it, CNN. We know you're trying to fucking twist it on us. We know you're trying to propagandize everyone, but this is not far right. This is just nationalism. This is the rise of nationalism, which is a good thing, and it's also the rise of patriotism, because these people have been abused by their own government, their own corrupt 1984 government. It's absolutely pathetic.
On the streets of the UK, where tens of thousands responded to the call of this man, anti-Islam activist Tommy Robinson, a convicted criminal turned anti-establishment figure.
Are you ready for the Battle of Britain?
Do you see the language they use? You know, like an anti-establishment, anti-Islam figure, you know. Maybe he just wants freedom for his country. Maybe he just wants, you know, his countrymen's daughters to stop getting raped. Maybe? Is that unreasonable? Is that unreasonable, Britain? For the daughters to stop getting raped? Is it unreasonable for people to stop getting carved up on the streets by immigrants? Is it unreasonable for the police to not be treating certain races with preferential treatment instead of being blind? You know, the way justice is meant to be blind, and treat everyone equally based on what's the law says rather than based on what affirmative action is. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But it's not just on the streets, and it's not just the extreme right that's on the up. The populist right-wing party Reform UK, led by longtime Trump ally Nigel Farage, made massive gains in local elections in May.
And they're trying to make this about Nigel Farage and Trump, as always, because they have to use the usual suspects. And this is all geared towards convincing boomers that what's going on in Britain now is a white supremacist movement when it's actually a nationalist movement. And the party they should really be talking about is Restore Britain. That's the political party that they really should be talking about, is Restore Britain, because he's got a lot more support, I believe, than Nigel Farage at the moment. Nigel Farage has kind of lost a little bit of credibility from what my understanding is. And Britain actually wants Restore to come and wipe the slate clean, which I think is a necessary thing, unfortunately, because they've let in way too many of these animals into the country who rape and murder. It's ridiculous. So of course the natives are annoyed. This is their country and they're watching it turn to shit.
This rightward shift isn't one single movement. The different groups represent different shades of right-wing politics, but they all seem to be feeding off of a divided Britain. At the heart of those divisions is the issue of migration.
Feeding off the divided... Oh, yes, they're just vampiric, aren't they? They're just reactionary. They're so unreasonable, you know. All these boats of undocumented illegal immigrants coming into the country. You guys are supposed to be supportive of those people, you know. Just let them into your country and, you know, just give them hotels and give them preferential treatment and food stamps and give them free money and just let them, you know. Why are you being so bigoted? You know, why are you being so bigoted? And also they've got, you know, they're culturally enriching you. You should be happy that they culturally enrich your daughters, your young daughters, and culturally enrich your woman as well. Absolutely absurd. And they wonder why people are pissed off. I mean, we all know what's really going on. I mean, we weren't born yesterday CNN.
Just this week, a horrific attack by a Sudanese refugee on the streets of Belfast almost immediately turned into the latest
Oh yes, and what happened in that attack? Oh, what are the details again? What happened? Oh yeah, he got his eyes gouged out, and then the guy tried to chop his head off in the middle of town. You don't think that that's a little bit noteworthy, CNN? But they won't say that. They just, oh, look at all these fires, some extremist fires going. Give me a break.
moment for the far right,
Told you so, huh?
transforming a local tragedy into a national rallying cry. Powerful allies amplifying the message and fanning the flames.
Ah, it's Elon Musk's fault. Yes, of course it's Elon Musk's fault. You know who else's fault it is? Anyone who has eyes and actually knows that raping people and murdering people on the street is wrong. It's ridiculous. Are we supposed to just accept this as the new Britain? This is pathetic. Are we just supposed to accept this as the way the West is supposed to be? As you can tell, I'm not from Britain, but, you know, I like to keep up to date with this stuff, and this is horrendous, and I wish the British people all the best in fighting against this corrupt government that they have, because this is some serious 1984. This is basically 1984.
8.
People in Britain are angry.
Joe Mulhall infiltrated far-right groups undercover here in the UK.
Infiltrated the criminal organisation of far-right groups. To see the language they use, this is so pandering and pathetic. This is basically made for boomers, to propagandize boomers, CNN.
One of the UK's top experts on these movements.
Oh, he's an expert. We better listen to him, guys.
You know, lack of jobs, houses, schools, hospitals.
No, that's not it. It's actually raping and murdering of people. Sorry, buddy. Wrong again, idiot.
Stagnated wages.
No, it's not that. It's raping and murdering of people. I think you would also be extreme if your daughter got culturally enriched, don't you think? Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see if his opinion about the whole situation was exactly the same after his family was culturally enriched, as the left would like to call it, by these illegal immigrants, these foreign invaders into Great Britain.
Living standards going down or stagnating for years and years, and they feel that mainstream political parties
Let's skip
going
ahead.
to those people, and they turn up and they say, you're right to be angry, and they give them a scapegoat, and they say it's because someone has come to this country and taken it.
Oh, the scapegoat. The scapegoat. What are they talking about? The scapegoat? You mean the new voting base that you brought into the country that's going to replace them? You mean those ones? The ones that are quite literally raping and murdering your women and children? Those people? You don't think that would get them a little bit annoyed? You don't think that would maybe cause them to want to take action a little bit? This is pathetic. And the worst part is the police is in on the whole thing. You know, they've got the most corrupt police. It's so pathetic. Oh yeah, and then they've got this prick, Keir Starmer.
Left Labour Party back in power for the first time in 2 decades, the far-right senses conditions are ripe for a resurgence. It's in tight-knit communities like this one. Divisions and fear.
Yeah, I'm tired of listening to this propagandist bullshit. We all know what's going on in Great Britain, and you know we all want it to be great again, and for the people to have some pride and some patriotism, and you know for there to be law and order restored in Great Britain. But in order to do that, they're going to have to get rid of a whole bunch of people that aren't supposed to be there, namely the ones that are doing all the raping and all the murdering. So until that happens, and I'm not sure if elections can solve that problem, because Keir Starmer's already been, already moved on, but has anything really changed over there? I don't know. If you're from Great Britain, maybe you know, but I think, can you wait? Can you afford to wait until another election? I don't think you can. I think it's good that they're doing these protests. The fact that this is not a white supremacist movement, this isn't a racist movement, this is a nationalist movement. It's a movement for the people, by the people. It's a movement of patriotism, restoring law and order, restoring safety. More than anything, it's about the safety of the wives, the mothers, the daughters, the sons. No one's safe with these criminals on the streets, and these people are right to be protesting. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about it, really, guys. But a little bit of a different one here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do another couple of these, and these really tick me off, but you know, I'll see how much of it I can handle. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time on The Revenant.